Some of the biggest stock names that are floating around these days, SpaceX and Micron, have really high implied vols, and understandably. SpaceX is, the IPO comes out, everybody's going crazy, and nobody really understands what the company does, and there are a lot of other issues going on, and but its volatility is very high. Micron, on the other hand, been around for a long, long time, and it has earnings coming up and has very high implied volatility as well. What does that mean for strategies? And also, well, where do you place the expiration? Which expiration do you choose? Let's take a look and see what happens in both of those stocks, and also then in a lower volatility stock, just to compare. So I've loaded up here SpaceX, and let's go down and let's go into 3-day options just for the heck of it. And let's say you were bullish on SpaceX. Not saying that I'm bullish or bearish on it, but just let's use it as an example. And just for argument's sake, I'm going to look at an option with 3 days. So it expires in 3 days. I'm going to sell the 155 put and buy the 150 put. A 5-point wide short vertical spread. And let's just note that I'm collecting $1.22 in credit. And let's remember that. Look at the volatility, the overall volatility of SpaceX in these June options with 3 days, 117%. Okay, that's pretty high. Now, SpaceX had over 200% implied volatility, so it's down, but still volatility of implied vol of 117% is, I don't know what, about 6 or 7 times higher than the VIX, which is the S&P 500 volatility. So SpaceX vol is really high. Why do I choose a vertical? Simply because selling a naked put in here has a huge, relatively big margin requirement buying power effect for not that high potential profit. If I add this long put to it, the 150, the buying power drops significantly down to $377 versus what, 6,000, 7,000, and the max profit drops to a little less than half, but it's still decent compared to the buying power effect. So that's why in all these examples, I'm going to be looking at short verticals, not naked short options. So let's take a look at this spread, $1.22, and let's use the tools on the platform to advance this spread from 3 days to, let's get, say, not this one, can I see it? To 9 days, and it went up to $1.65. So it's increasing. Now, so it went up by about, what, 40 cents. Now I'm going to increase it to, let's say, 17 days, and it's up to $1.95. So as I'm going out in time, the credit is increasing. No surprise there, even though the volatility is dropping from 117 down to 99. But as I go further out in time, so $1.95, what was it, the other one? $1.80. So going from 17 days now to 24 days, $2, the increases are getting smaller. As I go from 24 to 31 days, $2.05. The increases are in the credit for going further out in time are getting smaller and smaller and smaller. That's not unusual. Just because of the nature of option pricing. Here I'm going out to 38 days. I'm still only collecting $2.05. I go out to 59 days, $2.30. I'm basically doubling my time, and I'm not collecting that much more premium. That's kind of the nature of high IV products. I can get rewarded by selling options with 3 days, and I'm still collecting over half. In other words, if I stretch this out to 60 days and I get $2 and change, I'm collecting over half of that credit as a 60-day option in 3 days. So for a given level of margin requirement, yeah, I mean, it's for 3 days. You may want to get rewarded with $115 or $120 in 3 days rather than potentially $200 in 60 days. So that is the advantage of trading shorter term options in very high implied volatility underlies. Let's take a look at Micron. Micron has earnings. That's why its volatility is so high. Let's again go down to, let's take a look at some more strikes. Again, very easy to look at, change the number of strikes that you see. Let's say 30 strikes. I want to see a few more. I want to go down to like that 70% probability of expiring level just to make everything kind of the same. And again, 5 points between the strikes. So I'll sell the 975 put. Okay, $11,000 buying power requirement. Okay, yeah, that's great and all, but that's an expensive trade for a lot of accounts. I'm just going to buy that 970 put, turn it into the 970, 975 put spread, and what am I doing? Collecting $1.40, okay, for a 3-day option. These are bouncing around $1.30, $1.40. Let's advance the expiration. The 9 days, $1.68, so they're going up. Going out to, and volatility, by the way, 180% in these 3-day options, 139% in the 9 days. As I go out to expiration, $1.76, a little bit higher, 380. Oh, this is a 10-point now, moving 10 points. So the experiment sort of fails. Well, we can go back to this. So it's let's do 31 days. This is a 970, 975, the same one that I was entered in earlier. $1.50 versus, let's go back down to 3 days, and we're getting $1.40. So yes, you're collecting more credit going further out in time, but when the volatility is so high in the very short-term options, the increase that you get in the credit going further out in time might not be worth it. Okay, so that's a choice you have to make as a trader. Let's go and look at a symbol. Let's go into Citigroup. It's a bank, and I know it has relatively low volatility. For 34% compared to what SpaceX's 117%. Micron's 180%, 34% looks pretty tame. Let's go to the 70% probability option, $143 put, 143 put, and let's buy the 5 points down as the 138. So we'll sell this put spread. 138, 143, a 5-point put spread with 3 days to go, 69-cent credit. Not bad, actually, compared to the margin requirement. But again, it's a relatively low credit because the volatility is that much lower. It's as simple as that. When you're trading high IV products, you're going to get rewarded with larger credits when you sell spreads. Now let's increase this from 3 days out to, again, I'm just clicking this expiration button down here to advance this spread from 3 days to expiration to whatever the next expiration is, 9 days, taking it to $1.09. So it went from 69 to $1.09. $1.07 to $1.33. Yeah, they're starting to increase a little bit more. I'm getting decent jumps. $1.58, $1.66, not huge. $1.69. Am I getting the right spread here? Yeah, it's the same spread. Same 5 points. $1.69, $2.07. So what you're seeing is larger increases in the credits as I go from one expiration to the next, pushing that spread out in time. I'm getting significantly higher credits the further out I go. Again, no mystery as to why. When you add time to an options price, you increase its value. Okay, you increase its extrinsic value. When you add time to a short vertical, it increases the credit of that vertical. But time is synthetic volatility. Volatility is synthetic time. Both of them, an increase in volatility and an increase in time, have the same impact on an options price. Specifically, they increase the options extrinsic value. When I have very high front month volatility that sort of tails off, that sort of drops as I go out to the further expirations, like we see in SpaceX. Let's just take a quick look at Citigroup here, and you'll see what I mean. So I have 35, 32, 32, 30. They're basically all the same. They're not, they go up a little bit, down a little bit. They're basically all around 30. SpaceX is just high. 117, 103, 99, 95, 92. What happens is, as volatility is high in the front month, it's already rewarding me on those short verticals. Pushing it out into time, the volatility is still high, but the time doesn't have as big of an impact, okay, because the volatility is so high. Looking at Citigroup as an example, with volatility that is, what, a quarter of what SpaceX's is, the volatility is sufficiently low that if I do increase in time, it outweighs the impact of volatility. So even though volatility is dropping and is relatively low in Citigroup, increasing time adds to the value of those verticals. So the bottom line is, might you want to trade these things if you wanted to have a directional opinion on them? High IV products like SpaceX or Micron, you might try a shorter term, let's say, a 3-day or a 1-week short put spread if you're bullish, short call spread if you're bearish, because simply because you're getting rewarded for taking risk in that short amount of time. Lower volatility, push that vertical, sell a put spread if you're bullish, sell a call spread if you're bearish, push that out to a further expiration to collect a little bit more credit and make the risk reward more attractive. None of this is a trade recommendation. This is just one way to think about trading these products. If you do, please use a smart strategy and do not take any more risk than you are comfortable with.